one brave enough to open their fucking mouth or talk about it. Everyone's like, well, say something. Well, do something. I'm doing it. No, you're not. Someone's got to step in. The Boston bitch has got to step in and say something. All right, we're back. Welcome back to another episode of PlanBri Uncut, brought to you by the most phenomenal, the most delicious, the most juiciest, the most tender drink in the world, High Noon. Honestly, I want to crack one right now. You know why? Because I fucking deserve one. And you know why? Because I'm stressed out, guys. I am crashing the fuck out today. And not because of why you might think all of this internet beef, all of this internet drama. I don't give a fuck. I just want you guys to be very clear that I know that none of this shit matters. Like, people are literally dying. But all anyone fucking cares about is this internet drama. So, of course, I'm going to talk about it because I feed the people. I give the people what they want. If no one else is going to fucking talk, someone's going to do it. I'm going to fucking do it, okay? Let me crack this High Noon. So, I've recorded this episode already. I recorded this episode on... When the fuck did I get back from Coachella? I have my Coachella blanket here right now. I recorded this episode on... I got back from Coachella on Monday. On Tuesday. Right now is Thursday. In the time that I recorded the first episode that I was going to release maybe early. Thank God I didn't, because more shit dropped. Alex Cooper made a TikTok about me. I got thrown into the mix, and here we are. So I have more to talk about on that. This episode isn't going to be all about that. Unfortunately, it's kind of the least of my fucking worries right now. But like I was saying, I'm crashing the fuck out right now because I have, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 4 days to move out of my New York City apartment that is a landfill. It is a landfill. It is a landmine. It looks like a bomb went off in it, okay? I have suitcases that are still packed from trips that I went on months ago, because I go on a trip, I come home, I go on another one. I do this, I go there, I'm everywhere. I haven't given myself a second to breathe. And you know what? You know whose fault that is? Mine. Every problem that I have, the root of it lies right here, Brianna, okay? So I'm very fucking stressed about that. I have 4 days to find a new apartment, to move out, to figure that all out. But hey, guess what? Where I'm going in the morning? Arizona, because I have to go to a work obligation in Arizona. Then what do I do when I come back? I have to pack for Vegas because I'm going to the Barstool Springhouse that I initially said no to because I have prior commitments and I have to move. But do you know how easy it is to get Brianna to say yes to something? Just ask twice and I'll fucking say yes. I know these are first world problems, but they're my problems, and I'm living in the world that is first, and it's me right here, right now. I'm crashing out, okay? And then on top of it is all this internet bullshit drama, which is like, I haven't been in the mix of shit in a while, which I prefer. But it doesn't really affect me. Like, I have been through the mud with this shit. Like, my name has been dragged. I've let people talk shit about me for years. I've let people lie on me. I've let people do I don't give a fuck. But this one just really grinds my gears. And I'm like finally back to the old Brianna, where I'm just like, okay, I'm going to speak what's on my mind. So if you knew me before fucking the ZB shit, you know that this is me always was. It just, the girl was finding herself. So we have a lot to talk about. We have to do a Coachella recap. I never talked about the summer house drama that I also got drug into. What the fuck? I can't believe it. And also, I bet Wes and Amanda are like, thank God this Alix on Alix crime is happening right now, because everyone's forgetting about us canoodling. Honestly, good for them. They can like lay low for 1 second while everyone at the fucking Blind Tiger, while everyone else is talking about the Alixes. We got to talk about that. We got to talk about Dementia Dave, and then we'll talk about the Alix on Alix crime. Somehow I'm invested, I'm involved, I'm here. Yeah, we're going to talk about a lot. We have a lot of things to go through right now, honestly. I think where we're going to begin, we'll do it chronologically. I haven't sat down and talked to you guys one-on-one in a while. I'm burping and shit. It's been a minute. We'll start with the summer house shit. Let's take it back a couple weeks ago. Doesn't that feel like 5 years ago, guys? There's so much shit that has happened in between. Okay, so the summer house shit. Let's just give it to someone. I feel like everyone knows essentially the story, even if you don't watch Summer House, like I've never seen an episode of Summer House. I'm friends with West. I got to know Amanda briefly. I hung out with her a few times. Those are the only two on the cast that I really know. I would say I really only know West. I'm getting to know Jesse. He's great. He's amazing. Pam Paige and Hannah, but they're not on the show anymore. And I don't know who else is on the show. Kyle Cook, never met him. It doesn't fucking matter, Brianna. Shut up. That's not what here. People don't care about who you know. So within the Summer House drama, there's a guy named Wes, there's a girl named Amanda, and then there's like this triangle. There's Sierra, who I've never met. I don't know much about. I don't know the details about Sierra and Wes's relationship. I know that they did date, right? Like, correct me if I'm wrong, because whenever I say that they dated, people always come back at me and are like, well, they never dated. They were just a fling. To my knowledge, and I think to all of the viewers' knowledge, they dated, right? Like, even if it was a casual dating or if it was like a quote unquote fling, they dated. Sierra, Amanda, best friends in the house. Sierra constantly opened up to Amanda about her feelings towards West. She was very hurt by how things transpired with West. She was very, distraught that they weren't together, heartbroken. She really liked West. And I think he fumbled her, fucked it over, whatever. I don't really know the ins and outs of that. What I know is what's happening now. So after they broke up and after Sierra cried her heart out and was consoled by Amanda, she then finds out that West and Amanda are hooking up. And I come into the picture. And this is where I feel like this is where Dementia fucking Dave comes in, because I don't think I would have been in any of this drama, the Alix on Alix shit. Actually, I probably would have tapped in for that, because you know when you just know stuff and you have to get it off your chest? I probably would have tapped in for that regardless, just to defend my girl Earle. I before E. Did I do that right? Or was it E before I? I'm literally brain dead, guys. I haven't slept yet. I probably would have tapped in for that regardless. But Dementia Dave brought me into the equation with the Amanda and West shit, where I essentially kind of blew up everyone's timeline. I don't know what they were going to do, where they were going to go, where they were going to say they began, where they start. I don't know what they were doing within their relationship, where it's gotten to. I didn't know their plan, okay? I just know what I know at Super Bowl. I knew that it was a thing. I knew that it was happening. And I knew that that was crazy. I knew that that was crazy because of so many factors, right? It's just like there's a marriage involved. There's a best friend involved. There's a castmates involved. Like, it's essentially crazy. Who am I to judge? I don't know these people. I've never seen the show. So I'm just like, okay, that's kind of crazy. I keep my mouth shut about it. I tell my friends. Obviously, like, when you hear tea, who do you tell? I love to gossip, guys. Like I've said on PlanBri, for 1 million years, I am filled up to my fucking dome with people's secrets. Like, if you popped me, people's secrets would fly out. And I mean that. Like, I don't tell people's secrets to the general public. I gossip about them with my best friends like a normal girl. So when I hear piping hot tea, I tell my best friends firsthand, and I always can trust them, because guess what? All my best friends, taking Dave off that list right now because he's included in the best friend podcast era, they know all the secrets, and they've never been spilled, okay? So I thought, because Dave retired from the tea, he didn't want to do BFFs anymore because he doesn't care about talking about people's drama, which was clearly a bold-faced lie, because now he's doing Tea by the Sea with Dave. I thought I could tell him this because he's always itching for more. He's like, I want to know stuff, but I can't talk about it anymore, but I still want to be in the know. So I'm drunk at the Super Bowl, and I tell him about the West and Amanda stuff. And, bro, I thought I was in the clear. Like, I thought I was in the clear with that secret. I actually vaguely remember telling him. I must have been really fucked up. It was the Super Bowl weekend. I've already done a recap on PlanBri. I barely recall. The Super Bowl weekend is crazier than Coachella weekend. So it slipped. I told Dave. And this motherfucker, months later, when Wes and Amanda put out their joint statement, decides to make a casual tweet quoting it, when the whole world is blowing up, the whole world, the Bravo universe, the reality world, like that sense, social media, pop culture is blowing up. Dave decides to make a tweet and say, old news, chicken fry already told me this at the Super Bowl. This is where the timeline enters. Okay, because they didn't have a timeline. I don't even know the general timeline. I don't know if they were doing it before the Super Bowl. I didn't know when like the real hooking up started to happen. I just know that that was a thing at the Super Bowl. And I hate to even say it here now, but here we are. You can call me a million things, but you can't call me a liar. So, you know, I'm on the stand. I'm under oath right now. Like, I have to tell you guys what I know because Dave already broke it all down for you. So I'm sitting there, open my phone. I literally wanted to shit myself. I wanted to shit myself because I was like, I saw all of the speculations. I saw all of the shit online where people are like, oh my God, there's no way they would do this. This is crazy, yada, yada, yada. And I'm just sitting back like, oh my God, like, am I sitting on a bomb? Am I sitting on a bomb? And I wanted to. I didn't want anything to do with it. Here comes Dementia Dave. Old news, chicken fry told me that. So I'm like, what the fuck? I'm not going to lie. When he tweeted that, I wanted to quit Barstool. Like, I was so mad. And I was mad at the sense, I was just like, dude, like I have real friendships with people behind the scenes and like told him something in confidence because we don't do BFFs anymore. Like I was upset because I don't want to fuck up. Like I know what it's like to be on the side of getting just like destroyed and dogpiled on. And I'm not going to say I condone anything. I'm going to talk about my feelings towards the situation, but I'm talking about mine first. I just know what it's like to like feel like everyone wants to shoot you with a gun, like, and you can't go outside. And I didn't want to be in any way, shape, or form a part of anyone feeling like that, regardless of what you've done, who you are. I have relationships with people when the cameras are off. So I just didn't want to be a part of any of that. That's why I never got on the internet and said it. Dave airs me out. So now I'm involved. And I'm like, okay, what the fuck? I don't know where to go from that. I'm like, I don't know what to say from it. I'm like, the best thing that I can do from this is like to avoid actually being attached to it is to just make light of the situation that Dave's fucking dementia. That's where the Dementia Dave came in. I thought that was funny. I thought that it was a good laughing break for everyone. I thought it kind of put some humor in kind of a shitty situation for everyone involved where it's like, okay, this is really dark. These are real people's lives. People really betrayed each other. Been there. Fucking been there, Sierra. Fucking been there, bro. So like, I was like, how can we just make this a little lighter with someone that has nothing to do with it? That's why I never really tapped in or touched in on it. And also, I don't know what they're going to say at the reunion. And also, I don't know. I feel like I'm walking on eggshells. Don't, Brianna. No one ever walked on eggshells when I was going through anything. So you know what? I'm not walking on eggshells anymore. I made my videos about Dave, whatever. I really was waiting. That's why I haven't talked about it yet. I was waiting for the reunion to come out because I don't know. I haven't talked to West since it happened. Like, I don't know where they're going from it. Clearly, they're still together. I mean, we see them at the Blind Tiger and stuff. I don't know, guys. It's crazy. It's bad. Here's where I'm at. I think I have so many fucking opinions on this, and they might be contradicting. And I know that people maybe are going to be like, bad take, wrong take. But I have so many opinions on it. My first one being the Sierra and Amanda of it all. I won't even look in the 10-mile radius vicinity of my best friend's ex-boyfriend from high school. I won't even look at my best friend from high school's first boy that fingered her and broke her heart. I won't even look in the same compass direction as that person. That's a moral thing, right? that's I think everyone can agree on that level is where everyone is the most upset. I think as people, and especially as women, and especially when everything's recorded and someone's coming to you and crying about this person, like, I know Amanda from the few times that I met her, and I only ever had darling things to say about her. I think I said them on this podcast. So it hurts me to like say something negative about someone that has only been positive towards me. But genuinely, like, what the fuck? Like, there's no excuse for that. Do I think that that means that she's like the most horrible person in the world that deserves the death sentence and that should never have a career again and that should be stoned and that should be bullied incessantly online? No. I mean, this is shit that like happens in everyone's friend group. This has happened in some capacity, I'm assuming. But there's no excuse for that. So I don't know how she can defend what she did in any way, shape, or form. And I hope that she doesn't try to defend what she did in any way, shape, or form. I hope that she fully takes responsibility and accountability for what she did to her best friend in the house. I don't care if in her head, oh, she's not my best friend, she's just my best friend on TV, in the house, however you want to spin it. In her head, I was going through a divorce. I don't know where my head was at. It's like, your loyalty should always lie with your best friends. And I know how it feels to be Sierra. And it's the worst fucking feeling in the world when your best friend like just does the opposite of what they're supposed to in a time when you need them the most. There's just no defending that. I think that what transpired between West and Amanda is in like a sinister way the best thing that could have ever happened for Sierra. I think she knows that. I think maybe it took the fucking slap in the face to show her that, but I think it's the best thing that could have ever happened to her. You get rid of, a guy that you were yearning for and that you had so much love for and you had this attachment for, you couldn't get over him. You're able to realize, okay, final straw, over. And then you get to say goodbye to a friend that maybe wasn't a friend in the first place. Like, you get to say goodbye to that, which is like, it sucks and it hurts and it's so painful. But once you're through that hurt and that pain and you're over it, you get to rid two things that weren't good for you and also skyrocket your career. That seems like a win-win. Even though it's a negative feeling, you can only go up. And where West and Amanda are at, they can only reflect. The one thing that I have a hard time seeing online is how I'm trying to be careful. I'm not trying to be careful, but I just don't want to sound like an apologist for anyone. But I want to I really want to reiterate that there are so many layers to what is happening. If you see the way that the internet is treating Amanda versus Wes, there's just so many levels of internalized misogyny where it makes me sad that a lot of people don't realize what happens in front of them. I think that there's just so many layers to it. There's so many layers to it. And I hope that they end up together forever. And I hope that it was worth it. And I hope that they are their true loves. Like, I don't fucking know. Isn't that all we can hope for? Is like, okay, that was worth it. Whatever. Let Sierra be gone of that and skyrocket, and let Kyle DJ and Loverboy to the moon, and like let Jesse Solomon tip his cap and sing, and like let them canoodle and make it worth it. Like, in my head, I'm like, let at least some of this be worth it. At least we have the Sierra flourishing. it's also hard because I fucking know these people, guys. This is why we ended BFFs, honestly. It's because we get too involved in the mix and we become friends with people and you don't want to talk on people's situations. But at the end of the fucking day, it's like, that's what I do for my job. So I'm talking on the situation. I also do not agree with what Amanda did. I think that was slimy. That was horrible. And Shirley, when I met Amanda, I thought she was amazing. She was very kind, very sweet to me, but it's a slime ball move. I just don't, there's no defending it. And I really did try to get up here and like make some positive light of that. I just don't know what to say other than that was fucked up. And I think that's why it took me so long to talk about it and why I tried to just be silly about it. But you just don't do that to your girls. That's like number one thing. You don't do that to your girls. I don't care if, I don't know. I just don't care. Even if it was a 3-week thing. Like, you don't do that to your girl. You don't do that to your girl, period. I wouldn't do that to my girl, period. Like I said, I wouldn't to my best friend's high school boyfriend. I wouldn't even look in the same direction as him. So that's kind of where I'm at with that. I don't know what the fuck's going to happen at the reunion. When is the reunion happening? Isn't it time for the reunion, guys? Like, what's the date? It's the 16th. Are they filming it soon? I don't know. I don't even want to watch it. I really don't even want to watch it. And I really don't want to be brought up in the timeline of it all. They brought me up on Good Morning America this morning or the Today Show. My aunt was watching the Today Show and they're talking about the Alix Earle and Alex Cooper drama. And they said even Brianna Chickafry had to weigh in. My aunt's just trying to clean her house. And she has to hear this shit. Like, that's on the news? Don't we have bigger fish to fry? Everything stresses me out. Everything stresses me out. And there's like so many, I'm going to really rehash and talk about it all after the Summer House reunion, I think, as we all will. And I think it's going to skyrocket a little bit more. I feel like it's kind of plateaued. No one's really talking about it anymore, which as is everything on the internet. You like have a week and then you're done. And then something happens, they bring it back up. Here's my thing. I guess let's just get into the Alix Earle shit and then we'll talk about Coachella at the end. But Alix Earle, my queen, you need to say something before the Summer House reunion. You do. And I know that she's probably really tuning this out. She wants no room for error. She wants it all to be perfect. She doesn't want, you know, she's a smart girl. Everything she does is PR. Like, she doesn't leave room for error. She's very calculated. She's very smart. She's very, every move is exactly how it's supposed to be because she has a crazy team behind her and that's why she's brilliant and that's why she's Alix Earle. But with shit like this, I'm like, just let it fly. Because I know she has nothing to hide. So I'm like, just let it fly. What are we worried about? And now I'm like, is she just letting it fizzle out? And she's like, I'm too big for this. Why did I even say anything? I'm not going to say anything. This is not a PR stunt. I can 1 bajillion. It's confirmed. It is. I'm your source. I will be your source for something. It is not a PR stunt. The people that thought this was a PR stunt were the same people that thought Amanda and West were an April Fool's joke. That would have been the meanest April Fool's joke at Sierra's expense. What are you guys, crazy? No one is ever working together. When there's a feud, I can promise you it's almost 100% every single time real. Guaranteed, real beef. Real beef. If you think that there's any world where Alex Cooper and Alix Earle are going to sit down on a couch and talk to each other candidly and say, lovey-dovey, we're the Earle girls, we love each other. There's just no fucking world. With the shit I know, there's no fucking world. But I'm patiently waiting for Alix Earle to say something. And I hope by the time that this episode comes out, she has said something. And if she does, maybe, I mean, I have 2 days until this comes out. If she says something within those days, right now, cut to it. I'll talk about it. I'll get on my phone and talk about it. I have so many things to say about it. So in my episode that I recorded previously, before Cooper made a video about me, I just kind of went in on the fact that All right, guys, quick commercial break. This episode is sponsored by BetterHelp. Therapy isn't about financial advice. It's about managing the stress, shame, or anxiety that can come with it. So therapy can help people unpack their relationship with money, build healthier coping strategies, and feel less alone in the process. So BetterHelp therapists work according to a strict code of conduct and are fully licensed in the U.S. BetterHelp does the initial matching work for you so you can focus on therapy goals. A short questionnaire helps identify your needs and preferences, and 12 plus years of experience and industry-leading match fulfillment rate means we typically get it right the first time, but if you don't like it, you can switch at any time. So if you aren't happy with your match, switch to a different therapist at any time for tailored recs. So when life feels overwhelming, honestly, I need to use BetterHelp this month because of all the things that I was talking about I need to do. When life feels overwhelming like mine does right now, therapy can help. You can sign up and get 10% off at betterhelp.com/PlanBri. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/PlanBri. Let's get back to the episode. I haven't heard many positive things about her in the Barstool office, and this is pre all of this drama. Like, people have horrid things to say about her and how she treated them here. That was kind of pre my era, so I didn't really know. I was just like, oh, okay. But here's the thing. I don't think her being a mean girl necessarily is it's not new information. I don't think she cares if you think she's a mean girl. I think she is a mean girl and she embraces being a mean girl. Her video towards Alex Cooper calling her out while she was at Coachella was literal mean girl final boss video. It was so condescending. It was so mean. It was like, for what? Why did you do that? And also the whole nail thing where it was pre-recorded and she waited to release it because she was at Coachella and she was interviewing one of the artists and maybe she didn't want it to affect what was going to come out of the interview or affect her doing the interview. She pre-recorded it and then released it after she finished her interview. Like, guys, it's just like something that calculated to me. I'm like, why? Because I know what Alix Earle is sitting on. So she must not know. She must not know, and it's eating her alive. And she just wants her to say it because she's like, it can't be that bad. Also, her saying that there's no NDA, I just want everyone to be very clear with this. Like, if she's saying there's no NDA online for everyone to speculate and be like, oh, well, then Alix Earle can say whatever, that doesn't mean that there isn't any NDA. Like, there could be an NDA fully signed and Alex Cooper can say whatever she wants, but Alix Earle can't, because if she signed an NDA, she did sign an NDA, but Alex Cooper doesn't have to say that because there's an NDA. I don't know if there is an NDA or what's going on with that, but her saying that there's no NDA, we don't know if that's false or if that's true. That just could be her being smart in saying, oh, if I say this and then she says nothing, I win, which is smart. I just don't understand what is taking Alix Earle so long after she commented on it. That's what I'm not liking, because I don't want this to give people any leeway to not believe Alix Earle, because that would make me very upset. And it's like, okay, then Cooper wins. And like, Cooper calling me out when everyone in the world is talking about it, every single scroll you're seeing is talking about this drama. And she's like, oh, Brianna Chicken Fry, you're calling me a mean girl? Yeah, so is the whole fucking world. It's not me versus you, babe. It's me and the whole world versus you. Like, that was so weird. That was giving manic energy. Posting old DMs from 2022, 23, when I didn't know any of these things about you, when you didn't try to poach a vulnerable person, my ex-best friend, and capitalize off of a very real situation between the two of us, and then call my boss when I know at that time how vulnerable my ex-best friend was, how easily swayed she is in times of emotion, how she was easily swayed by the internet. That's why our whole friendship fell apart, how you took advantage of that, how you profited off of it, how you tried to make it blow up into this beautiful, amazing women love women thing, when it was the exact opposite, and then say girls love girls. And then you're like, what's the beef that Brianna has with me? Are you fucking brain dead? Like, were we all not there? And you completely took advantage of her in that situation, tried to capitalize off of it, tried to make it like, I care about her. I'm a girl's girl. And then call Dave and say, I don't give a fuck about Grace. I don't give a fuck about Brianna. I give a fuck about money. Oh my God. And then to say, I was never mean to Brianna. I didn't do, like, I can't. I actually can't. But then I'm like, people that are like her, that are just one track mind, that think money, that think business, that have no empathy, that have no actual feelings, they will never comprehend that. Like, I genuinely think she was being honest when she's like, what did I ever do to her? We were nice. We DM'd 2 years ago. And I never asked her to be on Call Her Daddy. As if I gave a fuck. I have my own podcast and I wanted to do it on BFFs. I would have came on after, surely, but my podcast, my story dropped on my podcast. That was the whole fucking point. If you wanted to have me on after, surely I would have done it. Because everyone goes on Call Her Daddy when something horrible happens to them. And then you take advantage of them and then just blow it to the moon. And I know a lot of people that went on Call Her Daddy that don't have positive experiences with her. Regardless, I know what she did to Alix Earle, and it pisses me off that Alix Earle isn't coming forward and saying it. It's getting to a point where if she doesn't, I'll break my loyalty of holding all of these secrets for 2 years. And then I'll just be the one getting sued. And then I'll go bankrupt. Because I'll just spill. At this point, I am the source of everything. And it's because I'm the only one brave enough to open their fucking mouth or talk about it. Everyone's like, well, say something. Well, do something. I'm doing it. No, you're not. Someone's got to step in. The Boston bitch has got to step in and say something. God, it's crazy. And you know what? People can say all of this shit about me online. Been there, done that, heard it all, don't care. But they're like, Brianna, why are you inserting yourself in this? First of all, I really didn't insert myself in this. I got inserted by Dementia Dave. And then I took the baton. I said, okay, I'm running with it at this point. This is fun. People are like, you're only talking about it to be relevant. The video that I talked about it, I got the same amount of views and likes last week when I was going down a water slide at Coachella. I do not give a fuck about the views, about the relevancy. If anything, it hurts the brand more. I've been out of the drama. But I just can't sit here and everyone's like, say something, do something. You won't. Okay, I fucking will. Tap me in. Everyone's already said everything in the world about me online. I don't give a shit. Tap me in. You need me to say something? I'm right here. I just like, Alix, both of you guys. You're both like, say it, do it, say it, do it. Fucking someone say it and do it. Someone say it and someone fucking do it. I'm just waiting because it's going to come to a point where I'm like, okay, I'll drink a high noon. I'll sit down here. I'll get Dave next to me. I'll get Josh. Dave said we're not doing a BFFs reunion until I actually spill the tea. So we'll go down to Miami. We'll go on the beach with Dave. I'll wear my business suit and Josh Richards will come with all the files. And then we'll just have to spill tea. Because at what point, it's like, then it's just going to go unknown? I can't. You guys deserve to know this shit too. Find me at a bar. Ask me. I'll tell you. Swear to God. Swear to God. Anything you want to know at this point, I'm an open book. No one ever had my back when I was getting drugged through the fucking mud. So fuck this. I'll tell you everything. Just ask me. Find me on the street. I literally live in the Lower East Side. I'll be in Arizona tomorrow. Next week I'll be in Las Vegas. I'll probably be on Molly. Just ask me at the club. Everything will be fine. Is that everything about the Alix Earle shit? I hope so. God, I wish I could just call Alix right now and be like, hey, can you just say it all? Can you just frickin' say it all? Let's talk about Coachella, because a lot of shit happened at Coachella, honestly. Honestly, as I'm going through all of this right now with you guys, as I'm here, as I'm going through all my crash outs about moving, I'm also coming down from the best weekend of my life. No, I'll cry thinking about it right now. I have my Coachella blanket. Everyone was buying sweatshirts. I said, what? This is the coolest blanket I've ever seen in my freaking life. And if one day I want to make it into a sweatshirt, I can. Is this not the cutest thing ever? Just realizing right now I still haven't washed it since Coachella, so there's still dust on it. Okay. Coachella. I don't know what to say other than everyone that says Coachella sucks, why are you there? How can you go to something so fun, so magical? You're so lucky to be there. How can you go there and be like, this isn't fun? I just have one thing to say to you. You're not fun. Am I a bitch for saying that? You're at a festival with all of the most incredible artists in the world playing in the desert in Palm Springs. There's drinks flowing. You're sober, then that's what you do. That's fun too. There's a fucking Ferris wheel. Everyone's in confetti. Everyone's naked. Everyone's hot. Like, what isn't fun about that? You're listening to music and jumping with your friends. If you're not having fun there, why are you going? Like, if you're the type of person that doesn't have fun in a setting surrounded by fun, based off of fun, maybe you have to look in the mirror and be like, I'm not a fun person. I shouldn't go to fun things. Am I wrong? Like, give the ticket to someone that's fun then. I just couldn't imagine going to something so incredibly amazing and being so lucky to be there and then complaining about it. But I don't know. Maybe I have fun, Max. Like, the last time I went to Coachella, I didn't think that I would ever recover and I wanted to die after because I'm like, I will never have that much fun again in my life. And then year 2 comes around. Same thing. Here's the thing. I think what we see about a lot of the people complaining, in this sense, I'm really just talking about influencers. I think it's totally fair to complain if you're living in a van and it blows over and there's spiders in your tent. Like, that's valid. But, like, you signed up for that. Like, we know that's going to happen if you're camping. I see a lot of influencers complaining and being like, it's not fun. It's just a bunch of people taking pictures and deliverables, yada, yada, yada. Okay. Hear me out for a fucking second. So you're an influencer that probably makes a bag. I know you do because influencers make stupid money for no damn good fucking reason. So you're telling me you're an influencer that can fully afford on their own terms by themselves without a brand, paying them to be there and paying for their experience. You're an influencer that can fully pay to be there by themselves. Pay your own way. You don't have to have any deliverables. You don't have to hang out with influencers. You don't have to live in an influencer house. You don't have to go to all of the activations. You're telling me you can do it on your own and go to the fun thing, the Coachella, the fun. And you're complaining. Why? Because you decided to go there to get paid to be an influencer, to be in an influencer house? And to have deliverables? And you're going to complain about that? Because you have to do your job that you signed up for? Oh my God. Is anyone going to touch grass? There's so much grass at Coachella. I was rolling around in it the whole time. People are pissing me the fuck off this week, guys. I'm just like, shut the fuck up. What are we complaining about? Don't go then. Or go and pay with their millions of dollars that you make for posting stupid fucking videos. I go every year and I don't stop smiling and I have fun and I don't go to the influencer things and I don't go to the activations and I don't do all of that shit because you're at a festival and you're supposed to be having fun with your friends. Like, everyone just has everyone's lines are crossed in their heads. One thing I did learn about Coachella is don't interview me after I ate a whole bar of magic mushrooms. Just don't do it. Oh my God, guys, that was actually the funniest video I've ever seen in my life. And that just proves that I'm the happiest girl in the world at Coachella. If you guys are unfamiliar with what I'm saying, we'll actually put it in right now.
Yana chicken fry.
This is your second Coachella, right?
Yeah.
So do you think it's worth it?
Yeah. I want to die here. I literally want to bury myself in the dirt over there. It's the best place in the world. Everyone's just happy, nice. No one's mad. Everyone's smiling.
Who do you think should headline next year?
Taylor Swift.
I mean, come on. Look at her. Look at my eyes. I said I want to die here, get buried alive here, and that it's the most fun that I've ever had in my life. And that's day 3 when you're supposed to be dead. If I could have dug a hole, built a ventilation system, dug myself in there, got food, got water, and stayed until next weekend, and then maybe expanded my fort under, and then maybe stayed till Stagecoach. Actually, I hate country music. Cross that out, ex-nay. I'll stay in my bunker underground when Stagecoach is happening and then stay until the next year. I would have. That's how much fun I have. I mean, come on, guys. Just come on. I can guarantee you, because I came home and I'm hanging out with all my friends and they were like, wait, you guys turned me on to Coachella. Everything I've ever seen about Coachella makes it seem like it's exhausting, it's not fun, nobody wants to be there, it's boring, it's dusty, it's yada, it's this. Then we watched your guys' stories And it looked like the most fun in the whole entire world. Yes, because go with your friends, have fun, take a little chocolate. I don't know. The Coachella hate to me is just like, shut up. Shut up. Don't go. You have enough money to go on your own. Shut up. People are so fucking dumb. Also with the Coachella shit, the Justin Bieber set that people are complaining about, one, it's just not clocking to you, obviously. If you weren't there, I don't think you have any merit to speak on it. I really don't. I don't think people understand how beautiful and amazing and like full circle it was. People are like, the YouTube of it all, it was so lazy. No, he started on YouTube. That's where he was found. It was a full circle moment of, oh my God, I'm singing along with the baby me. And I'm the biggest headliner at Coachella ever, most paid, biggest attendees in the world, point blank, period, for Coachella from this video. And I'm going to sing along with it. And we're going to go through all of our memories together that we built as believers. And I'm going to sing my new goddamn album that I worked hard on. I'm going to sing my ass off. And I don't care if they're slow songs, because if you're a true Justin Bieber fan, you're going to love them. And you're just going to appreciate that I'm in your presence and I'm performing again. And I put my ass and I put my coochie into the set. He put his whole coochie into the set. I mean, when I was standing there, and we like camped out for this shit. When I was standing there and he goes, it was probably like the first 30 minutes of the set. Of course, I'm like in my head, like, I'm sad. I want him to do his bangers, but I'm not leaving. There's not a world where I'm leaving. Like, I'm seeing Justin Bieber live sing his last two albums. This is, regardless of how sad and slow the songs are, it's monumental. I'm telling you, herds of people walking out of Justin Bieber performing at Coachella. And I think he did that intentionally to weed out all the fake fans, to weed out all the losers, the dopes, the people that thought he was going to start with Baby. Come on. I kind of low-key thought he wasn't going to start with Baby, but, you know, I played the fifth. Like, I was an idiot. He weeded out all the fake fans. Everyone that didn't want to be there for Justin Bieber, they just wanted to be there for, like, the video of Never Say Never, left. And everyone that loved Justin Bieber stayed. And everyone that paid thousands of dollars got to see him. It was just beyond me that people were walking out because he was playing his music. I'm like, just because you didn't listen to Swag, like, maybe you should have. Maybe we should have done our homework on the headliner. I don't freaking know. I don't even remember day one. Sabrina Carpenter. I'm not going to lie. I fun maxed a little bit too close to the sun on day one. I get too excited when things are exciting. And I always fuck it up on day one. And I did. It's not like I was bad or anything. I just was having too much fun. I'll insert a photo. This was me on day one. I was telepathically communicating with everyone. I thought I was talking, but nothing was coming out. So I was just holding everyone's hands and I was just dancing. But I wasn't singing with my lips. I was singing in my brain. And this was me. It was like I got my tongue cut out. And I was deaf. Nothing was on beat. No words were talked. But I was having a grand old time. Oh, you know who was great? Young Thug. Bad, bad, bad. That shit was fucking awesome. Thugachella, baby. I remember that. I remember everything besides Sabrina Carpenter. And then, on day one, a speaker fell on someone's head at the John Summit set. Holy crap. That's crazy. I went on stage the first day at Coachella. That's why I was incoherent by the end of the night. Just put all the pieces together. I started off too hot. Don't put Brianna on stage at Coachella before the sun goes down. That's literally rule 101 to how to kill Brianna. Put her on stage before the sun goes down. Okay, clearly she's not going to remember Sabrina Carpenter. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's why. Actually, that's justifiable of why I was mute. Because I was on stage early in the day. So, like, obviously, it would have been a shame if I did remember Sabrina Carpenter. I was on stage at Sahara with Marlon at 5 p.m. You think I'm going to make it to Sabrina Carpenter? What the hell? I would have need 5 espressos. There was no coffee in sight. I didn't eat all damn weekend. You know what I ate? High noons, chocolate, churros, pizza rolls when I got home, 1 hot dog, and then a big fat burrito at the airport. Yeah. I never eat at Coachella though. because I never want to miss the music. And no one's going to wait in line for all that food. And not everyone's on Ozempic, honestly. Like I saw I saw a lot of fatties. What I was going to say, like I saw a lot of people that looked like me, like with their skin showing and like no bones hanging. Like I saw a lot of me's out there. I saw a lot of people that looked healthy in normal bodies, and not everyone is on Ozempic. So maybe I had it all wrong. I miss Coachella. I don't want to talk about it anymore, but there are still a lot of things that we have to talk about at Coachella. Justin Bieber was amazing. There were a lot of people that I saw, but they were my friends, so it's like it's not even that crazy for me. The people that I cared about most to see, and if you listen to PlanBri and you know me, I am a diehard Slushy Noobs fan. They've gotten me through the worst times of my life. I watch them consistently. They're just like my comfort blanket. They make me feel like I'm just hanging out with my friends. And when I need to go to sleep or I'm stressed or I'm anxious, I literally put on a Slushy Noobs video or a Mandy's iPhone vlog, or I'll listen to their podcast. Like, I'm just genuinely a huge fan. I think they're just brilliant and amazing. So I ran into Martin and Mandy, and like I saw them, but I'm dead ass like fans. So I don't know if I fucked up this interaction. Like, because Martin said hi to me, and I was like, no, I can't do this. Because you know when you just like know too much about people? Like, I like genuinely watch their content. So like I knew, and I think I did, that I'm going to like bring up things that they're going to be like, oh, how do you know that? Oh, you watch my vlogs? Oh, you listen to my podcast? Yeah, I'm a literal diehard fucking fan. Like, I'm a slushy. And I also watch Mandy's vlogs. So I'm like asking her questions about, they're the nicest, they're perfect. Everyone already knows they're perfect, but they're really perfect in real life. Like, sweetest, most genuine, down-to-earth people. And I'm like asking them questions about their wedding, like some that I already even know the answers to, because like I watch Mandy's vlogs, but I don't want to be a creep. And I knew I fumbled the whole interaction. I hope I did okay. I hope they didn't leave and be like, she's the weirdest freak in the world. But I did, like, if I saw them, I wasn't even going to say hi, because that's like, that's how much I like them. Like, I don't want them to think anything negative of me, because I'm just such a fucking fan. Martin's outfit was great. I know he was stressed about those. Mandy obviously looked great. Yeah, I don't know. They're just a great couple. Those were the only people I cared about seeing. Benson Boone, saw him. He was cool. He's a Brianna fan. That was cool. I found out a lot of, I like forget that people know who I am. And everyone like famous kept coming to talk to me and saying that they knew who I was. And I was shaking like a leaf. I was so nervous. I just get on here and talk to you guys. And I don't think it computes. Like, my friends kept being like, Brianna, people know who you are. And I'm like, no, they don't. What are you, crazy? Computer, make me invisible and go away. Like, it was really stressing me out. That was cool, though. And everyone's just so nice. I didn't have any mean interactions. I met so many of you guys. I gave away 2 VIP wristbands to 2 of you guys that I met at Royal Otis. You guys came up to me and you were so sweet, and you were talking about it was your first Coachella, and you were so excited, and you couldn't wait for Justin Bieber. And I was like, hold that thought. And I felt like Superwoman or something. I pulled out 2 VIP wristbands. I said, you want these? Take them. And then they started crying and shaking. So I don't know how to handle emotions. So I'm like really getting awkward, right? These girls are crying and shaking. Now I'm all crying and shit. And I'm like, how do we end this interaction before I throw up? Like, I am so socially awkward. I didn't know what to do. I hope I didn't make it weird. I hugged them a lot. We made a video, I think. God, now I'm rethinking everything. Was I such a freak all weekend? Oh my God, I totally was. No. You're perfect. You're fine. Everything's great. I think I was a fucking weirdo freak. I had to have been a weirdo freak. Oh, I was. I know it. And I was rolling around and dancing and screaming. Oh my God, what did I do? No, I think I was perfect. I was perfect. Fuck, I was good, right? Can you guys tell me I was okay? I really feel like I fucked up every interaction that I ever had. But I know I had fun. That's all that matters. Stop falling in love at Coachella. Another thing I learned. Every year I go to Coachella, I fall in love with someone. Oh, happened again this year. It's not real because it's an elevated place of like heavenly emotions. So like everything feels perfect and you think that everyone's your best friend. I fell in love. I'll never see him again. I'll literally never talk to him again. I don't even know his last name. But we fell in love, man, and it was gorgeous. I also thought I found out at Coachella that Meatball Man was, I mean, we're not dating, but cheating on me in the sense of we're not dating, cheating on me, maybe talking to other girls. Found that out through the grapevine. My friends sit me down and tell me that day too. I get super sad because I was like, oh, I guess I do like him because I did get upset about it. I don't say anything to him because we're not dating. I don't know how to approach it. I'm super traumatized from my last relationship. So I'm scared to even call someone out when they're cheating on you. In a real relationship. Fully. Because I don't want to get something smashed off my head or I don't want to get screamed at and kicked off a bus for being cheated on. So I'm just traumatized in that sense. I'm like, oh, I'll say nothing. And then I go on TikTok and I make a TikTok and I'm doing a get ready with me and I'm so like blatantly sad. You can just like see it in me. And I tell you guys everything. So I'm like, yeah, I found out some bad news about Meatball Man that is yamming other girls, but I can't be mad because we're not exclusive. And like, I'm just like kind of trying to debunk my feelings. And I'm like, it's whatever. I'm not sad, but I guess I really liked him. And he doesn't have TikTok, but people sent it to him. So I was like, oh, okay. He sends it to me. He's like, hey, I got this sent to me a bunch of times. What are you talking about? And I don't answer because I'm scared of everything. And I'm just like, I don't want to deal with this right now. I'm literally at Coachella and this is a situationship. It's not that deep to begin with, to be honest. So I'm like, let it cook. Let me go have some fun. Let me shake ass. It's Justin Bieber Day. I go shake ass. It's Justin Bieber Day. Have a blast. I think I answer him the next day and I kind of fill him in on everything. I find out that what was told to me isn't at all true. It was all like this weird, I don't know. I feel like people are out to kill me. But I found out that it wasn't true in the way that it was relayed to me and that these DMs were from before I even knew he existed. They were from December. And then I felt like an idiot, but he was very nice about it. And yeah, I don't know where I'm at with Meatball Man right now. I might go see him after this podcast, but I don't know. I'm literally fucking busy. And I was really proud of myself for the way that I handled it because I just straight up said, you know what? I think this is a really good text. And you guys should be proud of me for this. I'm going to read it to you. This is what I said when we were kind of talking about it. I said, told me you were DMing to take her out, which, by the way, is totally fine. Like I said, we aren't dating, but it just shows me where your head's at with me, and I don't feel like wasting my time or energy on a dead end. I'm already busy enough as it is. I thought that was pretty OG Brie. I was like, okay, good for you, girl. Stand your ground. And then I found out it was all a fucking ruse. None of it was true, and I was just kind of being a bitch for no reason. But no, I wasn't. Whatever. I don't know where I stand with Meatball Man now. It made me terrified, though. It made me literally so terrified. It brought back that feeling that I never want to feel again of what I went through and why I've been avoiding men, relationships, people, anything deeper than surface level with a romantic relationship because I never want to feel what I felt again. And I know that's not a good way to live, but I just never want to. And I felt like an inkling, like a literal inkling of that, of like, oh, betrayed, you're worthless, you're scum on the bottom of the earth, no one's ever gonna love you, you're ugly, fat, disgusting, loser, everyone hates you, and why would anyone love you? I got an inkling of that because I'm so traumatized. And I was like, I want nothing to do with a relationship ever again. So maybe that's where I'm at. Yeah, maybe I guess we just figured out where I'm at with Meatball Man. Okay. I'm fucking crazy. Call it what it is. I need therapy to fix my literal broken, like my self-esteem is so still fucking broken from my last relationship. I'm like, help, someone, where do you get the help? Who's gonna fix this. Because I've been putting in the work. I've been trying. And I'm permanently fucking brain damaged. God. And I'm going to have trust issues for the rest of my godforsaken life. Literally over it. Okay, whatever. Next topic. Speaker fell on the girl's head. Yeah, we talked about that. That was horrible. She's doing all right. She's in stable condition, and she better get a bajillion-dollar check for that. Like, honestly, if she is in stable condition and she does get a bajillion-dollar check, in my head, if it happened to me, because I don't want to put words in her mouth, but if it happened to me and I was okay, I already have permanent brain damage. So if I was okay and I got a bajillion dollars, I would say it was worth it. Because if you're already on stage at John Summit, you know how to party, you know how to have fun, you know how to laugh. You're probably crazy to begin with. Like, it's a good story. And then you could go back next year and wear a helmet and have $1 billion. Literally, you're kind of onto something. I don't know. I'm only saying all that because she is okay and she's stable. At least that's what the news is saying. I probably said way too fucking much. Everything, this is all going to get clipped out of wacko, up the wazoo, up the ass. I'm going to be on page 6. I'm going to be on channel 5. Fucking, I don't give a fuck anymore. Sue me. I'm so over caring. I love you guys so much. I hope that Alix has responded by the time this airs. And we can talk shit and you guys can use me to talk shit about online all you want. I'm used to it. I love you guys. Bye.